Ooh, bye. So, I actually came across this on accident. I was trying to look up something else, and some of my search results ended up with this. Dyshidrosis. However you say that. I wanted to make a video on this because I actually have this as well as my stupid atopic dermatitis. So, overview. Dyshidrosis is a skin condition that causes small, fluid-filled blisters to form on the palms of the hands and sides of the fingers. Sometimes the bottom of the feet are affected too. Now it shows feet over here, and they're kind of dry, but I'm not seeing the blisters, so I don't really know what the point of this picture is. It's just dry feet. Anyway, the blisters that occur in dyshidrosis generally last around 3 weeks and cause intense itching. Once the blisters of dyshidrosis dry, your skin may appear scaly. The blisters typically recur, sometimes before your skin heals completely from the previous blisters. Ooh, advertisement. Whoa. Ooh, it does not endorse this, but it's here anyways. Ooh. Treatment for dyshidrosis most often includes creams or ointments that you rub on the affected skin. In severe cases, your doctor may suggest corticosteroid pills, such as prednisone, or injections. Dyshidrosis is also called dyshidrotic eczema and pompholics. Why does everything have to have such hard to say words? God, I'm trying to be fluid here. Anyhow, symptoms. The blisters associated with dyshidrosis occur most commonly on the sides of the fingers and the palms. Sometimes the soles of the feet can also be affected. The blisters are usually small, about the width of a standard pencil lead, and grouped in clusters with an appearance similar to tapioca. In more severe cases, the small blisters may merge to form larger blisters. Skin affected by dyshidrosis can be painful and very itchy. Once the blisters dry and flake off, which occurs in about 3 weeks, the underlying skin may be red and tender. Dyshidrosis tends to recur fairly regularly for months or years. When to see a doctor? Call your doctor if you have a rash on your hands or feet that doesn't go away on its own. You can request an appointment at the Mayo Clinic right here. Causes. The exact cause of dyshidrosis isn't known. It can be associated with a similar skin disorder called atopic dermatitis. Wonder who's got that. Eczema, as well as allergic conditions such as hay fever. Eruptions may be seasonal in people with nasal allergies. Well, I don't see how that's correlated, but okay. Risk factors. Risk factors for dyshidrosis include stress. Dyshidrosis appears to be more common during times of emotional or physical stress. Exposure to certain metals. These include cobalt and nickel, usually in an industrial setting. Sensitive skin. People who develop a rash after contact with certain irritants are more likely to experience dyshidrosis. Atopic dermatitis. People with atopic dermatitis may develop dyshidrotic eczema. Complications. For most people with dyshidrosis, it's just an itchy inconvenience. For others, the pain and itching may limit the use of their hands or feet. Intense scratching can increase the risk of bacterial infection developing in the affected skin. Prevention. Because the cause of dyshidrosis is generally unknown, there's no proven way to prevent this condition. You may help prevent the condition by managing stress and avoiding exposure to metal salts, such as cobalt and nickel. Good skin care practices may help protect the skin as well. These include using mild cleansers and lukewarm warm water to wash your hands and drying your hands well, moisturizing regularly, wearing gloves, and that's about it. Anyhow, so I wanted to do this video because I do have this bull crap as well. I never realized it was an actual thing with treatments and all that. I just saw it, I always assumed it was just because my stupid eczema, like it says. But I get these dumb little bubbles, like it says. I don't know about my palms. Does it affect my palms? I know it affects my fingers. I think it affects my palms, yeah. So basically what happens is, like it says, it's little bubbles that, yeah, are like the size of a pencil lead head. That's pretty accurate. They are small and they are very clustered together. Now, the ones on the palms usually seem like they're kind of deep enough in the skin, like maybe it's not the right thing to do, but it kind of looks ugly, so I try to pop them, and they don't pop. I squeeze the heck out of them, nothing happens. Now, if you get them on your fingers, obviously your finger skin's a lot thinner, so those are like a little bubble, and those pop so easily. They will pop even if you're not trying. You just bend your fingers too tightly and they pop. Anyhow, the stuff that comes out of them when they do pop is clear. I mean, it's just like you get water on your hand. There's no scent, no nothing. It's just clear crap. But for some reason, the stuff that comes out is ridiculously sticky. Like, if I'm not even paying attention and one of these things pops, I know because I feel it. Not the wetness. I feel my fingers sticking together. So usually what I have to do is, well, one, I go to the bathroom and wash my hands. That helps a little bit. But the problem is that's oddly enough not really like a cure-all, if you will. Because what happens is the oozing crap just keeps coming. And it's almost like the oozing makes it so that your finger can't heal like the explosion of the lesion, whatever the heck word is we want to use. It's not a zit. I don't know what to call it. The explosion of the Dyshidrosis bubble. But yeah, so it just keeps going forever. So the best option I have when I have this, if I'm home, is I just put a Band-Aid on. And typically at the end of the day, even when I take the Band-Aid off, it'll still be leaking. Because I think what happens is the crap will end up healing to the Band-Aid. Like, it uses the Band-Aid for support instead of skin. And then when I take the Band-Aid off, obviously that little heel that happened rips, thus causing the leaking again. So the best option I've noticed, which is kind of a weird choice though, is I'll just moisturize. Put lotion on it. It's like it makes that barrier, and it's almost like it just keeps the ooze in place, so it's not really moving around. And then I got that layer of moisture as well, so it's kind of like, you know, it's trapped in there and it's not really rubbing on my other fingers and what have you. But yeah, so I still get it to this day. It's not as bad as it used to be. Like, my eczema condition, as I've said before, really blew up in 2008. That's when it was really bad. Way worse than it is now. Like, now it's just kind of dry and scaly. It does get kind of bad at times, but nothing like it was before. Before, it was ridiculous. Like, I had leprosy and stuff. My skin was literally just falling off. It was weird. But yeah, and I used to get extreme Dyshidrosis bubbles all the time on all my fingers, and then it would pop. And then, like, if I was at a store, obviously I'm not really near anything to try to take care of it. So what I used to do is just put the affected finger, like, I'd use my pocket and kind of just put my finger, you know, the affected fingers around the pocket, you know what I mean? So, like, half my hand was in the pocket, half wasn't, just so then I could use my pants to kind of like absorb that crap. It's a weird option, but it's better than trying to go to the bathroom and use like paper towels, because all that happens is then the paper towel sticks to your hand, and then you rip it off, you have all these stupid dried on paper towel chunks that you got to deal with. So yeah. Oh, and that's another thing too. It says similar to tapioca. Yeah, it's a fair assessment. It looks like tapioca, kind of like how tapioca is in like vanilla looking pudding, but then you got those little bubbles that you can see. Well, that's what it's like. You got your skin with these bubbles. I don't have any right now, so I can't really like take a picture and add it to this video to show what it's like, but it was kind of interesting though to find out that this is an actual condition. I never really considered it as an actual thing. I just thought it was something that just happened, you know what I mean? But apparently people go to the doctors for, hey, what are these bubbles on my hand? So yeah, that's mostly it. Like I said, I saw this the other day. I was trying to look up something else, and I ended up stumbling across this, and
as I was reading through, I was like, wait a minute, this sounds like the crap I get. And then I thought, hey, I can make a video. I made a video about the atopic, whatever the word is, dermatitis. So figured, why not? I have this too. It's relevant to me. Might as well make a video, right? So here it is. I guess that's it. So until next time.
I said see you.